I'll tell you right now.
Hey.
All right. So sorry, that's going to be a really funny start to the recording. So we are going to start with marinating our shrimp because we're going to, so I'll throw that recipe up. We're just going to put some turmeric and some pepper in the shrimp. Carol, are you going to do like garbanzo beans for your bowl?
No, I'm going to do tofu.
Tofu. Okay.
There are some ways you can make like really vegan shrimp, but I'm not, that's a little too complicated.
Right,
I'm just going to take some tofu and cut it up and yeah.
I like it. Or tempeh would be good in this too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a crispy tempeh would be kind of fun.
Yep.
So, so I just have my shrimp. I took the tails off because my shrimp come with their whole skin and tails, and I wasn't going to sit there and pick them apart. So mine are just done. Even though the recipe calls for tails on, that's kind of an optional thing. We're just going to make sure those are raw and thawed. And then we're going to put turmeric and black pepper in them. I can't even talk again. I don't know what's happening. And we'll throw them back in the refrigerator until we're ready for them. So I'll put this recipe up so you can see the quantities. Okay, so we're just doing, pepper, turmeric, and I have probably, let's see, there's 20 shrimp in that. I'm doing 2 pounds because everybody in my house is just going to have shrimp for lunch. So that's kind of the way we're rolling. Or if you have left, so this equals a half a red. So if you want it to be a full red, then you're more like, I think 8 shrimp is the count for a red, but that also depends on the sizing.
Actually, last time I looked, it didn't actually have a count for the shrimp. When you look at the containers.
Yeah, the only reason I say that, there was a recipe she did, and I can't remember if there's a video with it or if in that specific recipe it called for 8 shrimp to be, oh, it's the shrimp and grits. The shrimp with cheesy grits, she talks about 8 shrimp being a serving size.
Gotcha.
But again,
I think they put that in the PDF for the containers. It
yeah, if they're
that
extra large, it's not, that's not going to work. I should have been searching for my turmeric earlier. All right, just gonna tuck those in the refrigerator and then we'll get to the fruit dip. All right, everybody's shrimp marinated. Ready to roll? Okay, so I'm going to move over here to the cookies and creamy fruit dip. So like I said on our instructions, if you wanted to do chocolate or vanilla, this could go quite a few flavors. You could pick your favorite Shakeology flavor to do this one. And, you can also add in a few little things like if you did vanilla, it'd be really great with cinnamon and nutmeg in there, or you could do some cardamom. And I think I'm going to put some cocoa nibs on the top of mine to make it pretty, give a little excitement to it. So who's using coconut and who's using regular yogurt? Coconut?
Coconut for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the coconut too. So on this coconut, if we do 1/3 cup, that will be a half a blue. So it calls for 1/4 cup. So you're just gonna have to see the consistency, because I would think the coconut yogurt might not be quite as thick also. So it might work fine to do this 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons, which is pretty much a 1/3 cup. That's really an interesting measurement. Anyway, I'd get your coconut yogurt in there. I'd add a 1/4 cup of the unsweetened almond milk and see where the thickness is. The Shakeology will make it thicker. Yeah, Beth?
What do you think about the cashew milk one that I said?
I think it'll probably be fine too. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know if you count it the same though. Let me look at my label.
That's right. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see. It asked for
Okay. So what kind of fat do you have going?
7 grams.
Okay, so this one has 5 grams
Okay.
and no protein, basically.
This has 3 grams of protein.
Okay. And then what's your carb count at?
9 with
Okay.
1 dietary fiber.
Okay. I think I'd still go blue, half blue.
Okay.
Because you're gonna count, so in this, you're still gonna count 1 red because of the Shakeology.
Yeah.
And this with regular yogurt, they're just saying it's all 1 red.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think I'd just do 1 red, half a blue, and then your fruit. So again, like this is calling for a 1.5 cups of fruit. So if that's not, like how much you want to do, then just go with a cup, right?
Yep.
Because that's taking up 1.5 purples.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So, and with this, so say you're going to make this for every day this week, I would say you can mix up your base and then just add the Shakeology each day when you're ready to have it, because you do, like on this one, it says you want to consume it within 30 minutes of making it. So you're getting all the benefits of the pre and probiotics. So you definitely, you could have everything kind of portioned, ready in your bowls, and then just, bring your scoops or bring your packet with you and then mix when you're ready.
Okay. That's
And
first.
anything I can't remember. Oh, I was talking with somebody about like road trip food or just camping or being on the boat and having just kind of snacky food. This would be one of those things where, you can just have your fruit and dip it in something with some protein and cruise the water.
Can you go back to the coconut
Yeah.
measurement? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yes.
So I have unsweetened, I got vanilla.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have regular. I got the unsweetened coconut milk.
So yeah, so what you're gonna do is you will do, well, I'm going with a 1/3 cup because that is half of what the measurement is for gut protocol, because it's 2/3 of a cup is 1 blue.
Right.
So a half, 1/3 cup will be your half blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And like, I know like this one already is a little looser than I would normally have for Greek yogurt. So you'll just have to, so I would just kind of add your milk, your plant milk accordingly.
Right.
And I'm gonna do milkadamia instead of almond milk, because milkadamia is my jam. If I haven't talked about it enough on every call we've been on. I feel like that's all
My favorite too.
like the affiliate link for me and milkadamia. And I'm gonna whisk it. See where we end up here. And really, this will make kind of just a nice like Shakeology pudding. So I only did a 1/4 cup, and you know, it'll stick to a piece of fruit. I could have probably even done less plant milk, and we'll see, it might thicken up just a little bit while it sits here too. So I didn't do the full amount of plant milk with a 1/3 cup of the
Okay,
cocoa.
I did do, well, I didn't do the 2 tablespoons because I just now saw that. I did the 1/4 cup unsweetened almond milk and the 1/3 cup unsweetened vanilla coconut milk yogurt. And
Yeah.
then I'm doing vegan chocolate Shakeology.
Nice.
And the consistency is really good, actually. It looks really good for.
Perfect. Yeah, this is actually stiffening up a bit, so it's gonna be just perfect.
It reminds me of like chocolate icing out of a tub from the store. Oh God, that's so bad for you, but this is
Yeah.
such a better alternative.
This
I don't
is
know how
gonna
this
be,
would be on a cake, but
yeah, well, you could put it on this could be like when you're ready to eat it, top it on one of the
yeah,
flourless chickpea.
yeah, exactly.
I grabbed one of those out of my freezer last night and had it with some cashew peanut butter. All right, let's dip in the fruit here. Well, that's good. I didn't have my Shakeology after my workout. That's because I was just planning on eating this while we were cooking. All right, I'm digging it. It's a nice change up. Did anybody try theirs yet?
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It has a nice texture to it too. It feels like a dip. Or almost a little bit like brownie batter, if I'm being honest.
Oh, yum.
Okay, yum. We ready for the next one? Or is everybody sampling?
See, the best part about having COVID is everything that you make, no one else gets to eat because you contaminated it.
Right?
Wow, this is
Sorry,
yum.
that's mine. That's mine.
Right, right.
This is going to be really great afternoon snack with some fruit. Bev, how is your texture with the cashew?
That's a good question because I didn't do it. I will let you know though when I
Let
do
us
it.
know how it worked, if you felt like it was still good.
I feel like, I mean, with any of them, like once you add in Shakeology, it ends up thickening up. I mean, because I used to do like bowls before Wonder Whips came out.
Right.
I used to do that with Greek yogurt. But yeah, I mean, it definitely thickens it up. Like, yeah, it gets thick. So, but yes, I'm gonna try it. I just know that I don't have my containers to eat it today. And I don't want it to go to waste. Like, darn it.
I hear that. All right, well, let's, two things we're gonna do right now. So put a pot of water on so you can get it boiling for your noodles or the shrimp bowl, because it'll take a little bit of time. And then we're going to get your blender out or whatever you're gonna make your dressing in. Oh yeah, I'm doing miracle noodles too, Carol, so I don't have to do mine.
My first time, so we'll see how they turn out.
Yeah, I am probably gonna saute them a little bit. I'll probably saute them in the sauce that we make a little bit and then add them to my bowl.
Here,
But
Brittany,
after you boil them, do we have to boil these?
You do not have to boil them. So
Oh, okay.
so if you're using miracle noodles, my plan
Okay.
is to just have a little saucepan. Yep, same with the shiitakes, get them hot, put a little bit of the sauce we're gonna make in with it, kind of let it get in there, and then just add it to your noodle bowl. Okay, so let's switch over to the strawberry. So we're gonna do the strawberry spinach salad. Now, this one, obviously you can get everything prepped and portioned out. So you have your salads ready for the week. We're gonna make the salad dressing to go with it. And then if you want to also compile your salad now, you can, or you can do that later.
What do you want to do? Click on Chrome and
So the strawberry vinaigrette, we just need to get our strawberries out. I'm gonna throw mine in my Ninja blender and blend it up. Food processor will work great, or a handheld immersion blender.
quick question, Deanna. These tofu shirataki noodles, how were you counting these?
You know, they're like, what, 20 calories or something? Or
Yeah, 20 calories for the entire package.
yeah, I haven't. I would say I don't. It's like a little bit of carbs, right? Because there's fiber.
There is 6 carbs, 4 fiber, 2 protein, and 1 fat.
Yeah, I mean, if you like, it would be like a quarter of a yellow maybe, but it's also a little bit of a red because it's got tofu in it, so it's got the protein. They're so low calorie.
Okay, that's what I thought was. That's really bad.
Miracle noodles are even less. They're like 5 calories, so I for sure don't count those.
Yeah.
I was thinking what else would be good in this salad too, if you have a red left, a plant red, then you could do quinoa with it. Would be really good with this dressing and the whole spinach and fruit. I did one day, I did like a fruit salad with quinoa and a little bit of honey, and it was so good.
And if somebody in your house ate the strawberries, I do have some frozen, so I'm gonna use frozen strawberries in the
In the
vinaigrette.
vinaigrette?
That should be fine. They might have a little more moisture in them, maybe.
Right. You may want to thaw them ahead and just let some of that moisture go.
Okay.
But no, they should be fine.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And on this one, I'm not too worried about the sugar part of it because it's a table, like if you're on gut protocol, so it's a tablespoon of raw honey in here. It's 4 servings of dressing. So a serving of dressing is 2 tablespoons. So that's going to come out to less than a teaspoon of honey per serving. And a lot of dressings do have some kind of, a little bit of sweetness to them, and even the ones you make. So I wasn't really going to worry about it too much. This doesn't get, it says 3 sugars, but it doesn't say if it's added or considered not added in the nutritional information, but on the next recipe though, there's more honey. And I think I noted on our thing that if you want to, I'm going to not put as much honey in that one. Anybody friends with somebody with a beehive? David's uncle started, he has 6 hives now. So this is from his cousin, and they were next to blackberry bushes. So it's kind of purpley.
That is so cool.
It's cool. I'm excited to see how the other ones turn out. This honey's been so good.
Yeah. And I've also heard it's really good for your allergies, right? If you
It is
get
that local honey. Yeah. Because you're
Yeah.
getting the pollens in it at small doses. So like a lot of people would do like a teaspoon or something a day just to,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
My family used to do that
Nice.
because we all used to deal with, well, I haven't, but my kids used to deal with well, I should say my kid, my older one, and then my husband, they would do, it's actually a tablespoon
Oh, okay.
of raw local honey. And, but you have to do it ahead of time. Like once you're already inflamed, I mean, you can start it, but basically what it is you're like how an allergy shot does. It gives you a little bit of whatever you're allergic to
Right.
help your body get ready to create a tolerance for it. And that's basically what the honey does.
Well, and it's kind of like what we were talking about. It's a histamine response, right? So it's like what we were talking about before, where the gut protocol MD that we've talked about on our nutrition call before, he's been talking this week about various things that create bloating that might surprise you. And a histamine response is one of them. So like if you have something that creates a histamine response in you, which could be like fermented veggies, kombucha, things like that. But and that's also a sign that maybe your gut may have some things happening, right? Not in its healthiest state. So all of that stuff really works together and, means something.
Right.
Something to look into. All right, I'm going to mute so I can go stick this on the blender. All right, so pretty. So I just stick my salad dressing in a like a little mason jar, like what I had the honey in here. Something with a lid like that that I can shake before I'm ready. So right now in my refrigerator, I have the ginger miso dressing, so it separates a lot of times. And so then you can just kind of shake it up in your jar, then measure out your 2 tablespoons with your salad. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, it's good. Yum.
So does it say that it's equal to a orange? Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me scroll down though. My hands are wet here. Let me. This says it does 4 containers and it's a half an orange. So, but they don't say what their measurement is. I wonder if they only do 1 tablespoon. Let's go back to the salad and see. So for 4 servings, 8 tablespoons. So it is counting it as a half an orange. So it must be that because there's not additional fats other than the olive oil, it's not enough to be a full orange. Because you know, like when we make the like a ginger miso, that's got sesame oil and doesn't it have something else fatty in it? Maybe it doesn't.
I don't know. We're big on the I can't remember what it is. The basic vinaigrette, I think.
Oh yeah.
we use. That's the one that we use all the time.
So 2 tablespoons of this is a half orange. All right. Is anybody prepping their salad for the week or are you just gonna wing it as you go?
I'm a winger.
Me too. Oh, I really like that dressing. That's yummy. I think I'm gonna add some quinoa into mine a little later. Have a quinoa and spinach and strawberries and blueberries. Okay, so I'll put up, is everybody good with this recipe? Everybody's got their dressing? I'm gonna put up the salad dressing for a little, or the salad itself for a little bit. So it's just spinach, bell pepper, blueberries, strawberries. And again, you can change up how you want that fruit to be, right? Like if you had the cookies and creamy and you already had a purple and a half today, so you only have a half purple left, then 1/4 cup of each of those fruits will be great. And then just put the dressing on when you're ready and toss it up. You're good to go. Or you could put it in a mason jar and shake it up, right? One of those big mason jars, load everything in and put the dressing in on the bottom. Load everything on top and then shake it when you're ready at work. All right, are we ready for shrimp? Shrimp bowls? Fried shrimp, shrimp Creole, shrimp gumbo. Let's put it up here. Okay, yell if you're not ready because it's disappearing. All right, so our shrimp noodle bowl. So this is one of those things where you can totally change up your veggies a bit too, you know, use what you have. Like I did not buy lettuce today because I knew I had bok choy in the refrigerator. So they're the small ones, the too bad. So I'm just gonna, you know, do some bok choy with it. So we'll just need to get a frying pan out. See, or if you want to stick your shrimp on the grill, mine are tiny today, so they're going in a pan for sure. But if you want to stick your shrimp on the grill, that works great too. And if you're boiling noodles, you want to put the noodles in. And other than that, we're just going to get everything ready and assemble. Okay, I'm going to put this up a little bit so we can go to the instructions here too. So, and on this one, it's counting 4, let me make sure, 4 servings. So it's counting 5 shrimp as a half red. So we can modify that if you want to add in more shrimp. If you have the bigger shrimp, you're probably closer to 8. If you have the little shrimp, you're closer to 10. And then the yellow is going to be partly the dressing, right? Because there is some sugar in it. So if you want to decrease your honey on the dressing, that can also decrease the yellow. And then depending on how many noodles you use, or if you use miracle noodles or the tofu noodles, or we've even talked about heart of palm noodles, any of those, right? So then you can just kind of count those as you normally would count them.
Did we say rice noodles are a yellow B or a yellow A?
They
When they're only
technically
rice?
not on the list.
I know, it's
White
like,
rice. But I'd put them in a B because that's where she puts treat things, and she puts things that are, you know, borderline on the edge. So I'd count it as a B. And I forgot, I told my family I was making them the regular rice noodles. So I just put my pot of water on now. And this one will be good left over. Like, so if you just assemble it all now and throw it in the refrigerator, and I would say you don't need to heat it. Like if you're going to work with it, then just, it can be room temperature by the time you're ready to eat your lunch, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Or I don't know that you'd want it hot necessarily, but you also probably, the coldness, the noodles will get a little bit different texture to them. Did everybody find fish sauce? Okay. So for making your own matchsticks too, I will cut the carrots in chunks like this. And then I kind of just go along and make these thin, long pieces. So it's like you're cutting it. So it turns out to be like a square. And then I'm going to go again and just cut that up and cut it in half. So that way but if you have a mandolin, this is like the best place to kind of get that out. And then you can get your matchsticks, or you can now
I'm
buy
doing-
them matchsticks in the store. Huh?
I'm doing baby carrots because that's what I had. So I'm just cutting little
Yeah.
baby carrots, even smaller.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you want the little bit of crunch, but not too much crunch, not too much chewing. So like, I don't know if you can see. So like I just went through and did a real thin slice on them, and then I'm going to go in half so that they're just little pieces. And then that'll match up in the bowl. So, and I've got some bowls back here, so I'm just gonna go kind of load each bowl up as I go with what I'm cutting. Since we're having it for lunch today, or this would be how you'd, prep it. Is anybody watching The Lincoln Lawyer? On Netflix? So Katrina's in it from 4 Weeks for Everybody.
Is it good?
Never-
It didn't look super
good.
exciting to me.
It's like, to me, it's kind of like a regular TV series drama. It's not too much. It's not like Ozark. And it's, it's like, but it kind of keeps you guessing what's
Mhm.
happening. So I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
And it was fun to see Katrina in it.
Right.
She actually had a role where you like saw her for a little bit. So
I can't hear you.
Okay, who's got the REO Speedwagon?
me,
Oh,
I'm on
that's
the Hall
awesome.
and Oates station.
It's what?
I'm on the Hall and Oates station.
Ah, both very good, yes. I make my kids listen to that sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
oh, mom.
My kids are so done with listening to everything I roller skated to. It's pretty funny.
My daughter's like, I can totally tell this is whatever, 80, She can pretty much identify 70s, 80s, or 90s because I play it,
Yeah.
make them listen to it so much. I'm like, that's
My
a great skill
favorite
to
part is
have.
when they don't realize they're singing along.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh,
awesome.
you know the words.
Uh-huh.
I was telling Lily I've been wanting to make these shrimp bowls for a really long time, so I've had this bag of rice noodles in my pantry for like 6 months. I was gonna make it, and I'm like, oh no, we should make it for the meal prep. And then I'm like, oh, but this would be great when it's hot out because there's not a lot of cooking, and and so then I just kept putting it off. But today's the day. So if you had boiling water, I'm just going to take some of this hot water to make the sauce, because you do want a hot water so the honey and the lime juice all dissolve in, because then you're going to pour that hot or warmer water onto your bowl when it's all complete. I'm not sure how I'm going to get a section of these noodles out. They're all. Oh, I got it.
I think you can they're usually like in 2 halves.
Yeah, this one is not. But yeah, usually they're like little nests. This one is not.
Yeah.
This is for the hungry family.
Oh, wow. That is a giant bag.
It is, yeah. Got it at the Asian Mart.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's in Korean, so.
Well, and we discussed about the Asian market not existing near me. Remember?
Yes. Okay, now I need to get making my sauce here. These shrimp are going to be so pretty when they turn pink with the turmeric in them. Where does it say how much boiling water? Okay, 2/3 cup. Uh-oh, ruh-roh. I'm like, that's all the fish sauce I have left. I never looked.
That at least means you use yours.
Oh yeah, we use it a lot.
You only need a 1/4 cup. Do you have that much in
That's
there?
not gonna make.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, okay, well, let's see what else I have in here.
And it's funny because you were just telling me how you've had the same fish sauce for 7 years or
Oh,
something.
I only had mine for 2 years.
3, 2.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Lily who had hers a little longer. 7 is a little exaggerated, but
That was me.
Coconut aminos? Coconut aminos would work probably. Well,
Yeah, well, it's a totally different flavor.
Yeah, what did
Well,
they? Hold
I
on.
made my own fish sauce out of coconut aminos, lime juice, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of garlic. So that's what the suggestion for
For the
vegan
vegan?
fish sauce was.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you wanna,
Yeah, well, I'll throw together some things just to get us through the meal. Oh, wow, it like turned red. This is weird. My shrimp, like the turmeric and the shrimp together turned red. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm gonna do less honey on this one that calls for, just partially because I don't usually like it as sweet when it's Asian seasonings. I kind of like it more savory. But you know, go with what you want to do. It'll end up being, let's see, there's two. I need to find it on there. 2 tablespoons, so that's gonna be 2 teaspoons per serving. All right, how's everybody doing? We're so quiet today.
We're cooking.
I know. But nobody's gonna want to talk back to us on the recording if we're silent.
well, I'm just cooking my tofu. I just marinated it with the turmeric. and pepper, like you guys did the shrimp. And then I'm just cooking it in the pan on the stove.
Ooh, that sauce is good. Oh, forgot bean sprouts. And I know this one calls for like a Thai basil and mint, but cilantro is also really good with these flavors. So just depending on what you like with it, what you have. Okay, well, my shrimp is ready. It's crazy dark red. I expected it to be more yellow, but it's like super dark red. I wonder if there's something with the shrimp that mixes with the turmeric to make it a different color. I don't know. Probably just had chemical reaction.
Hold on.
Okay, I think I've got all my bowls plated. I need to go find some. I need to get my cilantro, mint. I don't have any Thai basil today, but we'll improvise there.
How many servings is this recipe?
I believe it's 4. Yeah.
Okay.
4. Okay, so here's what my bowl is looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And I have a little sauce left over in case the others want some more sauce. I don't know, the red shrimp is weirding me out just a little bit. Not gonna lie. Like, why is it so red? All right. Well, that's record time, less than an hour.
How many servings was the dip for the strawberries?
Oh, just one.
That was just one. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I have a lot more to eat then.
Well, and it's like, it's really filling.
Yes.
While I was eating it, I was like, wow, this is like, because normally when I have my shake and I, put a cup of fruit, usually in a cup of veggie in it, it doesn't feel quite that filling, that dense. And this felt really, really filling. So
I agree. I got like half of it down. I was like, I'm gonna stop right now.
yeah,
I'm full.
I think it'll be a great afternoon snack for sure.
Mhm.
All right. Well, does anybody need the recipe more? Because I can stop recording and go back to stop sharing.
I'm good.
Everybody's good?
Mhm.
Okay, and we'll take a picture quick. Well, I'll take a picture after I'll stop recording first. All right, here, let's do this.